I really got last place in my fantasy league. What's going on? It's your boy JAYPAT back again with another video. And yeah, like you see the title, like you see the thumbnail, I got last place in my own fantasy league. And this is a league with money on the line. I put money on the goddamn line for this shit. 20 bucks, $200 first place prize. I was going hard for this. I was going for first place. See, when I put stuff on the line, when I put money on the line, I don't go for second place. I don't go for third place, dude. I go for first place. So when I don't get that, I get upset with myself. So in this video, I'm just gonna pretty much go from the draft and just kind of tell you my thought process, where things went wrong, and how the year went week by week. And this was not a good year for me, as you can see. Let's get right into the video. Let's go. All right, here we go. Now, like I said, I created this league. I put it together. I got my girl in here, a couple friends, a couple of their friends. I put this together. I thought of it, the idea. I said, let's do $20 entry, $200 for the first place winner. And going into this, I was 100% expecting to win. I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable about football, you know. Like I thought I'd win. I had a lot of confidence going in. I scheduled the draft. You know, I did my research. I did about a week or two of research and preparation. I had Excel spreadsheets. I had everything ready to go. I had a list of all the players that I wanted, their family members, their birthdays, what hospital they were born. I had everything ready to go. So did I think that I was going to get last place? Hell no. Did I think I was going to get first place? Fuck yeah. So when I got last place, you know, this shit was a disappointment. I feel like I disappointed everyone. I feel like I disappointed my family, my friends. And so this video is pretty much what not to do if you are getting into fantasy. So instead of watching videos on how to win your fantasy league, this is how to not lose your fantasy league. So yeah, it was a random draft. I ended up getting the 6th overall pick. Well, the 6th, yeah, so the 6th pick. Which, I mean, it's not bad. It's a snake draft, so you go 1 through 10, then you go from 10 back to 1. So you're gonna get an equal amount of picks. It's not like if you get in the second half of the draft, you're gonna get like shitty players or anything. So I didn't really have I had a really bad game plan. So I was looking at like, obviously you wouldn't get running backs and wide receivers first. So I was looking at like, is there more top tier wide receivers, or is there more top tier running backs? You know, you get what I'm saying? And I pretty much did the calculations, and there was more top tier wide receivers. So pretty much my thought process was if top tier running backs are going to be harder to come by, why would I wait? Let's get them at the top of the board. Let's get them while they're there, you know? So I was like, okay, I'll get some top tier running backs since they're harder to find. There's less of them than the top tier receivers. And then we'll get some, you know, medium tier receivers. So you got Justin Jefferson here. That's a no-brainer. Jamar Chase, no-brainer. Travis Kelce, in my opinion, that was an early pick. I don't think he should have gone number 3 overall. Austin Eckler. So Justin Jefferson got hurt. A lot of these picks ended up not working out for their team. Austin Eckler got hurt most of the year. Christian McCaffrey should have been the number 1 pick, honestly. So he got him at number 5. That's a steal. And so I think at this point it's either Saquon, Tyreek, or Devontae. Now I go Saquon. Now this is what not to do, guys. Hear what I'm saying. This is what not to do in your draft. You do not pick up Saquon when you have Tyreek Hill there. This is where everything went downhill. Now, in a moment, I'm thinking, okay, Saquon, that's a top 5 running back. He's basically the Giants' offense. He's going to put up some numbers this year. I'll go ahead and grab him. There was still a good amount of receivers available. So I was like, okay, I'll get a top-tier running back. I'll take him. That's where I went downhill. Saquon got hurt a little bit throughout the year. He just didn't have a really productive year. Their offensive line was bad. And Tyreek Hill had a monster year. So I should have really picked Tyreek instead of Saquon. Or Derek or CeeDee Lamb. But yeah, I should have picked Tyreek Hill there. And then Amon-Ra goes. Nick Chubb, who tore his leg apart, goes. And then I picked Josh Jacobs in the second round. Still not going with a receiver. Doesn't really make any sense. Which in the moment I was like, okay, Josh Jacobs was the leading. He had the most rushing yards out of any running back last year. So I feel like that was a pretty good option. I have 2 top-tier running backs, and I still have a chance at a pretty good wide receiver in the third round. So boom, boom, boom. Patrick goes in the second round. Some quarterbacks are going, but I'm not really worried about the quarterbacks yet. Considering quarterbacks, you don't really need to pick in the first few rounds. As long as I can get a top 10 quarterback, that's all I was worried about. Josh Allen goes. The other top-tier tight end goes. Aaron Jones, A.J. Brown. I go DK Metcalf. Now, he was like the best available wide receiver at the time. And looking back, he just didn't perform well this year. And then I go with Najee Harris in the 4th round. This was a terrible pick. Najee would play like straight butt cheeks this year. This dude was straight butt cheeks. So at this point, I have 2 running backs that downgraded from the year before. Have DK that didn't meet expectations. I have Najee Harris that just did not play good this year at all. He took a really big dip. And then I go Calvin Ridley, which this is probably the most disappointing player I picked up. I picked Calvin Ridley, who had a lot of promise. I really thought the Jacksonville offense was going to take off this year and go crazy. Calvin Ridley had the whole entire year before that off because of an incident with gambling, I'm pretty sure. So I thought he would have been fresh. His legs would have been fresh. I thought he would have had a big year. And then I finally picked a quarterback because a lot of quarterbacks are going off the board. I wanted a top 10 quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, I thought was going to have an insane year. As you can see, I'm going with a Jacksonville. I think I go with another Jacksonville player down the line. And then I go Mike Williams, who I really think Mike Williams is super underrated and is a very, very good player. He got hurt, though. He was doing really good throughout the year. Then he got hurt, so tore his ACL. So there goes my 7th round player down the drain. Then I go Goddard, who had a pretty good year. Nothing too crazy. And then I go with Christian Kirk, another Jacksonville player. So if you cannot tell, I thought Jacksonville was going to, like, when I was drafting, I was like, okay, Jacksonville's offense is going to win me the league. Which I think a lot of people at the beginning of the year had Jacksonville going to, like, the Super Bowl or, like, the AFC Championships. I don't think this is crazy to believe. This dude's picking Justin Tucker in the 9th round. That's pretty crazy. And then I go DeAndre Swift, who actually was probably one of my best players all year. Then we go with Jerick McKinnon. I just wanted to have a Chiefs player, honestly. I just wanted at least one Chiefs player. And he did really good in fantasy last year, but this year not so well. Aaron Rodgers, can't believe he fell to the 11th round. That's crazy. Gabe Davis, actually a pretty decent year. He's just an up and down receiver. And then I go with Ezekiel Elliott. Look, I could have picked Dak in the 13th round. Holy shit. I picked Ezekiel Elliott over Dak. Wait, I can't believe Dak fell to the fucking 13th round. I didn't know that. Holy shit, Raheem Mostert fell to the 13th round too. That's the thing about fantasy is, like, it's so hard to predict. Like, no one was thinking that Raheem Mostert was going to be like a top 3 running back this year, and he was. Week 1, I'm playing my girl. She barely beats me, which I actually thought I thought for sure I was going to win this one. I thought for sure I'd win this one. I was like, I'm not losing to my girl. There's no way I'm losing to my girl, bro. Saquon had a bad game, 9.3. Josh Jacobs again, so, like, my top 2. You can't have your top 2 players in your draft doing this terrible. Calvin Ridley actually did really good this game. Dallas Goedert, 0. Like, that's the thing. If Dallas Goedert got me 5 points, I win this. If Dallas Goedert gets me 5 catches, I win this match. And And I felt like this happened to me all year. I was losing by like some dumb fucking players, like not performing and like losing by less than 5 points. I barely lose week 1, so we're off to a bad start there. And I kind of get destroyed in week 2 here against Gabe, who ended up winning the whole thing. I don't even know how I lost this. Saquon did way better that week. Josh Jacobs did bad again. No one else really did good. Mike Williams did all right. His players did fucking big time, though. Not CeeDee Lamb, 25. Buccaneers defense, 19. So I lose. I'm 0-2 to start the year. This is not what I was predicting. This is not what I wanted. And I had high expectations of myself, you know? Week 3, I actually take a dub here. I destroy him here. It was also one of those years where, like, I was benching the wrong players. Like, I would bench a guy, then they would end up doing, like, 20 points. And then the guy I put in for him would do, like, nothing. And I would, like, switch him out the next week, and then the next play, and then the opposite would happen. It was just bad luck, bad timing on me. Like, Najee Harris, 6.5. And I still won this week. His players didn't perform, but so I win that week. I actually win against this person that was 3-0 at the time, and I'm 2-2 at this point. I'm 2-2, so I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna take this momentum and start go on a little winning streak here. You know, it's huge for me. I'm 2-2. I don't know where I was in the standings, but I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go on a little winning streak here. And then this is where things go downhill. Lose by 7. I lose by 7 to Jeff. This was my best week. At that point, this is my best scoring week at that point, and he happens to go absolutely insane and get 148. I'm 2-3 at this point. I'm starting to kind of panic, hit the panic button a little bit, and then I lose to him to go 2-4. Now I'm really hitting the panic button. I'm starting to make trades. I'm starting to propose trades. I'm starting to go down in the standings. I'm like, okay, I can't panic too much, but there's a lot of time left. But it's also like, I got to start, making moves. Boom. Lose by 10. My players aren't performing. Like, look at this. Trevor Lawrence gets 18 points against a good New Orleans defense. And then Jared Goff gets not. Which, looking back, I don't know why I started Jared Goff against Baltimore. And they get destroyed that week. Josh Jacobs got 5 points. Like, this is the episode that I lost by 10, and my second round pick gets 5.1. But I should have put Trevor Lawrence in. I think I would have won. I had Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford got 17. That would have won me the game. That's the thing. It's a lot of, like, if I would have put this guy in, I would have won, you know? So it's like, it's unfortunate, you know? And then this is where I just lose pretty much the rest of the year. Lose by, look at this right here. Now this is the type of stuff that was happening to me all year. I lose by 2. So I mean, pretty much at that point, I lost the rest of my games. I kind of gave up at a certain point. Once I was out of the playoffs, I kind of just started not caring anymore. I actually had a really good offensive game, and then my girl stream scores 156, like, out of nowhere. Keenan Allen hits 40. Like, it's like shit like that, you know? But anyway, I made the losers bracket. Woohoo! Made the losers bracket in the playoffs. But I guess the moral of the story is don't draft 2 running backs in the first 2 rounds. Unless it's like McCaffrey and, like, Mostert or something, you know? But I think next year I'm not going to draft 2 running backs. I might draft, like, a wide receiver, then a running back, or, like, 2 wide receivers, but I'm not drafting 2 running backs, like, again. 2-12, which was way worse than everyone. Jeez, I'm so fucking embarrassed, man. I was 2-2 in week 4, and then I lost 10 straight. I'm not going to get last place again, I hope. It's definitely a learning lesson to not overthink the draft and to just kind of go in it with, like, an open mind and to just be happy and just have fun instead of, like, sitting here stressed, sweating my balls off. Like, just go into it with an open mind. Just don't think about it too much. Just have some fun, you know. It's all it is, having fun. And also, I should probably make more moves during the season, like waiver ads and stuff, which I thought I was, but Gabe was making like 5 moves each week or more of like free agents and like trades and stuff like that, and he won the league. So congrats to him, like I said again. But yeah, if you're watching this video, this is how to not do your draft. So watch this, not for advice, but for what not to do. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be live this Friday for a Kid Cudi album reaction, and probably 21 Savage's album reaction as well. So hit that like button, subscribe. On the road to 200 subscribers. I love you guys. Hit that subscribe button, like button. Peace.